We've all been there, right? That sinking feeling in your stomach when something goes wrong at work. But what if I told you every single mistake is actually a golden opportunity? An opportunity to make your whole team, your whole company stronger. Well, today, we're going to break down how to turn those crises into masterstrokes. So let's start with a big question. Think about it. What really separates a tiny little hiccup from an absolute, full-blown disaster? What's that crucial dividing line? You guessed it, a great corrective action plan. See, the goal isn't to never make mistakes, because let's be real, that's impossible. The goal is to have a rock-solid plan to fix them for good. And that's exactly what we're building together today. So here's our game plan. Think of it like a detective's guide. First, we'll document the crime scene. Then, we'll hunt for the real culprits. After that, we'll draft the master plan, make sure the fix actually worked, and finally, lock it all down so it never ever happens again. Let's get to it. Okay, first things first. Before you can solve anything, you have to know exactly what happened. And this part is so important. It's not about finding someone to blame. It's about getting a totally clear, unbiased picture of the facts. It stops the panic and gets everyone grounded in reality, just like an investigator securing a scene. So what you do is you start with a simple case file, just like this one. You write down exactly what happened, who or what was affected, and, how urgent this thing is. This simple step prevents everyone from jumping to conclusions and makes sure you're all working from the same playbook. All right, we have the initial facts down. Now comes the most critical part of the whole investigation, digging past the symptoms to find what really caused the problem. This is where the real detective work begins. Let's use an example. Imagine your system just blasted out 500 incorrect invoices. That's bad. The first instinct is to blame the software, right? Or maybe the person who ran the job. But a good detective always asks, why?
Okay, we're one layer deeper. The data import failed. We're getting closer, but that's still just a symptom. It's not the real disease. So we have to ask again, why did it fail?
Now we're getting somewhere. The data format was wrong. It is so tempting to stop right here and just say, oh, someone messed up. But the real culprit, the true villain of the story, is almost always hiding just one level deeper. So, why was the format wrong? And there it is, the aha moment. See, the real problem wasn't a person making a mistake. It was a broken process. The training manual was out of date, which means this failure was pretty much guaranteed to happen to whoever did the task. That's the root cause we need to fix. So now that we've unmasked our real culprit, it is time to build the master plan. And this isn't just one simple fix. Nope. This is a two-pronged attack to deal with the immediate chaos and to get rid of the root cause forever. Think of it like this. You need immediate actions to stop the bleeding, Call the clients, fix the invoices, do damage control. But you also need long-term actions to cure the disease. That means updating that broken training manual so this can't happen again. You got to do both. And this is how you make that plan real. It has to be crystal clear. For every single action item, you define these 4 things. What exactly is the step? Who is responsible for getting it done? When is the deadline? And what's the status? This simple little table creates total clarity and holds everyone accountable. Okay, we have a plan, people are working on it, looks good. So are we done? No way, not even close. A plan is totally useless if you don't actually prove that it worked. It's time for the stakeout. And this is where we get serious about proof. It's called an effectiveness assessment, which is just a fancy way of saying we need data. We can't just feel like the problem is solved. We need to measure something, a key performance indicator or KPI, to get cold, hard evidence that our fix actually worked. And boom, look at this. This is what proof looks like. Before we implemented our fix, we were sending 500 bad invoices a month. After we updated the manual and retrained the team, that number is 0. The data doesn't lie, the case is closed, the fix worked. So we found the cause, we deployed the cure, and we proved it worked. The case is almost closed, but there is one final, incredibly important step that most people skip. We have to make sure this hard-won lesson gets built into the company's DNA. This is how you make the solution permanent. You update the official procedures, the SOPs. You change company policies if you have to. You build a better training program. Maybe you even improve the system itself. And you communicate those changes clearly to everybody. This is how one team's mistake makes the entire organization smarter and stronger. In the end, it all comes down to this one powerful question. This is the ultimate test. Was your fix fast? Did it actually work? And did you make it permanent? If you can say yes to all three, then you didn't just put out a fire. You've actually made the whole system better.
So as we wrap up, I'll just leave you with this thought. Think about your own work. What's that annoying little problem, that small fire that keeps popping up? Maybe it's not just a random mistake. Maybe it's a symptom of a much deeper root cause, just waiting for a good detective to find it. And now you've got the guide to do just that.